Raj from Elegance Clinic Surat. This is our YouTube channel Cosmetic Procedures video by Elegance Clinic. You can subscribe us for this for various cosmetic procedures information. Today the topic is how to select a good hair transplant doctor in your area. I love this topic as this topic, if you know, so many patients are saved from the bad results. Before going for hair transplant, you should search about from where you are going to do the hair transplant. There are several points which I am discussing in this video. You should take care before going for hair transplant. Usually what is done is we Google best hair transplant doctor in or best hair transplant clinic. Usually the clinic word is used. So best hair transplant clinic in whatever city. And there are hundreds of pages that will open. Website nowadays is very effective marketing medium. So many doctors, they have their own website. Go through the website, see the content of the website. If the content of the website is genuine, if you believe that the photographs are watermarked or the clinic's name is written on the website, then believe that this is the original photos of the doctor own. See the content of the website, how depth is achieved in every page. That has to be seen and should be appreciated by a person who is undergoing hair transplant. As I believe, hair transplant is not the procedure, it's a surgical operation. Even if you are getting a FUE, you are getting 4,000 holes on your donor area and you are getting 4,000 holes in your recipient area. So it is not a procedure, it's a surgical thing that is to be done on your scalp. Scalp has very good vascularity, so there are very less chances of infection, but it can happen and it can go worst. So before selecting a hair transplant doctor, you should check the degree of your hair transplant doctor. Just ask him or see on the website, see his qualification. In my opinion, best hair transplant doctor can be either plastic surgeons or dermatologists who are trained in hair transplantation. Not all plastic surgeons, but the plastic surgeons, again, they are trained in hair transplantation. You have to select them. See the experience of a doctor. Believe that if he is getting MCH or DNB plastic surgery or MD degree in dermatology, then only believe the doctor. If he is hiding his degree, don't believe them. The other thing is, see for how many years he is practicing and he has his own location. We have so many patients from various chains. They are operated previously and now the results are not good. The patients are going to that address where they have done the hair transplant, and there is no hair transplant clinic nowadays there. Even the doctor's name the patient is not knowing. So don't go for big chains who are offering hair transplant at very low cost. What I suggest is, don't believe any salesperson who is selling hair transplant to a very low rate. You should not get entrapped of a salesperson who is giving you package, but meet your doctor personally. Get a consultation from a doctor himself. Meet a doctor about the plans in your hair transplant, as it's a limitation of the graft supply and the recipient area is bigger. So what are his plans? What are the areas he is going to hair transplant? Does he give you all explanations? How is the consultation? See that and then decide about the hair transplant. Even if you have to pay a consultation fee for 3 to 4 doctors, pay it. Otherwise, you have to pay it for a second hair transplant if the first one is not good. See the website of the doctor, see his qualification certificates, see his reviews. Reviews from the Google or Just Dial, they involve the patient's own email address, so they cannot be fake. False reviews can be written by a clinic, but if you see the Google reviews, they are genuine as it contains email of the patient. So believe that. Meet the doctor personally, meet some of his patients personally or on the call. See the previous result of a person. Ask doctor to show the intraoperative photographs also. If the doctor have copied photographs from some other clinics, internet websites, then he will not have his intraoperative photographs of the patient. Now, if he is a genuine doctor, he would have surely the patient's intraoperative photographs. So just ask, don't hesitate in asking, as if you don't ask the questions, the person is not going to tell you the truth. The other things is visit the clinic personally, or at least do the virtual tour of a clinic before going for a hair transplant. Does it have all equipments for a surgical procedure, or just a room that is called hair transplant OT? As I described previously also, it's not a procedure, it's a surgical thing, and during it involves anesthesia also. We are not going to do the hair transplant without anesthesia, so it involves anesthesia, and as you all know, anesthesia itself has genuine risks. So see the operation theater where you are going to be operated. Does it have blood pressure monitor? Does it have your heart rate monitor? Does it contain operation theater? Does it contain oxygen supply? Check all this. 1 in 1000 may get the complication, but it may be you. So check out all the medical equipments, whether that clinic have this all or not. If the clinic is not having this supply, don't get it operated there. There are chances of anesthesia, there are chances of allergic reactions where this support may be needed. Check your doctor's experience, his degree. Again, repeatedly I am telling that check his website, his reviews, his photographs and all. See the various videos of a doctor of other procedures. If he is showing, if he is interested in this field, he must be having some videos regarding hair transplant on websites. If he is not, then he is either not doing work properly or he is not interested in this procedure. So see that the reviews of the doctor from your friends, old patients also. Don't go behind the price. Every quality you have to pay. If you want to get a good quality shot, it has its own price. So if you are going to get a good hair transplant, you have to pay the price for the quality. And if I say you nowadays the appendicectomy, a 15-minute procedure, is costing 25,000. So how hair transplant can be done, which is a 6 to 8 hour long procedure, in 30,000? So don't believe in very low cost procedure. If it is very low cost procedure, there should be some compromise. That can be a compromise in medical equipments or the disposables which are used in hair transplant. Otherwise, how the clinic is going to afford the 6 to 8 hours procedure in 30,000? So if you need a good quality hair transplant, if you are going to do it by the good quality doctor, then you have to pay for it. And nowadays there's a competition so much increased that the non-plastic and non-dermatologists also they are practicing this hair transplant routinely. So believe in your doctor before going for hair transplant. Meet the surgeon who is operating you. Don't be in trap of various websites or a salesperson who is calling you. Visit the clinic personally and see and check mark all the things. Don't believe so many YouTube videos are there by non-medical persons on YouTube regarding various procedures like FUE, FUT and hair transplant and this and all. Believe the videos by genuine doctors only. In videos, the doctor will give right information. Non-medical person's information is their own experience. It may be half truth, and half truth is more dangerous than ignorance. So what I see, so many patients are getting afraid by this non-medical YouTube videos. I suggest all my patients that see the videos of doctors which are qualified and then believe about your hair transplant. If the clinic or a doctor saying you that you will get 100% result, then that is again our trap. No doctor on this earth can give you 100% density or 100% coverage for your baldness area, as there are limitations of blood supply, as there are limitations of the grafts which are available from the donor area. So 100% coverage, normal density, full coverage, all these are the words you have to be cautious. No doctor can give this. They are just trapped. Once you have get the hair transplant done, they'll show you 100 reasons that you are not getting the good result. There are 100 reasons the patients are not knowing, and the doctor will say, oh, you have done this and we have not get the result in you. Ask doctor how much follicles he is going to transplant in your bald area. Ask him how he will count the grafts, as you are not going to see or count your own grafts. It's not possible. So ask doctor about how he is counting the grafts. Ask him in detail. Ask him to show the procedure. See what are the instruments here he is using for your hair transplant. Visit a clinic during the time where other patients' hair transplantation is going on. Meet that patient. How is his experience? See that during the procedure, and how the clinic is behaving at the time of procedure. Ask your doctor if he is having all armamentarium, like hair transplant can be done by FUT, FUE, combinations and various other methods. If he is or she is expertise in all methods, as if I have a sword, then I do everything with the sword. But if I have a needle, I have a scissor, and if I have a sword, I'll use needle in where needle is needed, and if I use scissor where the scissor is needed. So ask your doctor whether he is good at all procedures, as nowadays due to wrong marketing on internet, all persons are going behind FUE. FUE is not bad method. It's a good method for hair transplant. We don't condemn FUE doctors. FUE is very good for persons who are getting hair transplant, but there are limitations of FUE. Ask doctor about limitation of FUE, FUT and various other procedures. If he's telling the truth, if he's explaining all, then select the procedure. Nowadays what happens is, so many doctors are just getting FUE and they are not giving options of FUT. Why they are not giving? As they are not doing it, or that they are not believing it. But what I think is, though you are going to do FUE, first know the advantages of FUE, advantages of FUT and limitations of both, and then decide the procedure. Don't just go and don't just leave on doctor that whatever procedure you want to do it on me, but get the result. That's not right. You should select your procedure by yourself, and you should be responsible for your selection, and the selection should be with the help of doctor, but with the right information to you. So select a doctor who is doing all the procedure like FUE, FUT, machine assisted hair transplant or combinations hair transplant. Ask him whether he is doing this hair transplant routinely, how many grafts he is putting to his own patients. See his website where he has described this procedure. See his blogs whether he has mentioned this all or not. As if you are buying a good car, you don't get it serviced by a roadside mechanic. You put it to the service center only. So this is your body, and you should not put it to someone who is not trained to do it. This is a priceless thing. The clinics are taking 30 to 35 to 40 or sometimes 50 rupees for your hair. If you are doing a wrong hair transplant, you have spent a lakh or rupees, and the hair which are used from your permanent donor's area is a permanent loss. You cannot use their hair in the second chance. So I request all my patients to search, personally visit the clinics before going for hair transplant. The other thing is, if your doctor is pushing you for one or the other method, you should be beware of him. There are saying that some method is very old one and we are doing it with the latest technology. Most of the time FUT is disreputed as very old method and FUE is the latest technology. So many patients of ours get the comment from their relatives or friends, oh, this is very old method, you have get it done. But there is nothing like old method or new method. There is no latest technology available in hair transplant. The instrumentation can improve, but not the technology. The basic of harvesting a hair with its root and transplanting it at the right angle and right density will give you good result. So it is nothing like old method and new latest technology or advanced technology. So beware of a person who is telling you that this method is very good as it is a very advanced method. The other thing is, always ask your doctor, if I lose my present hair, then what is your plan? As hair transplant is not stopping your hair loss in your original hair, it is just giving you the hair in the bald area. If you are not taking the proper precautions, or it's a genetically based hair loss from your maternal or paternal side, if you are getting hair transplant in 25 years of age, it is sure that you will be bald more on your original hair in your 40s. Sometimes we do get patients that may not get adequate result due to various reasons, like they have some severe fever or some infection which is not related to hair transplant in their early post hair transplant period. So in plastic surgery we do have a second option. In plastic surgery basics, if the plan A is not working, we should be having plan B. So ask always your doctor, what is your plan if this hair are not growing, or if I lose my original hair and if I want to go for second hair transplant, what are the options? So if the doctor is giving you best option for your answer, then believe the doctor. Hair transplant clinics nowadays offering unlimited number of hairs in one session. What is unlimited? Unlimited is not possible, as your permanent donor area itself is limited, and you cannot harvest unlimited hair from your limited donor area. Though you can get hair from your body like beard, chest, private part or whatever, but it is a limited number. Hair transplant, if somebody is telling you that we'll do unlimited hair transplant in this much rupees, don't be in trap of them of unlimited number. The other thing is natural density. As I described earlier, natural density is not possible by any doctor. Hair transplant itself is a camouflage procedure in which the arrangement of the hair follicles are done in that method that they'll grow naturally in the natural direction and it will not show off your scalp skin. But natural density is not possible. So many websites are claiming that stop hair loss with your hair transplant. So hair transplant is a procedure to grow new hair or the redistributed hair in your bald scalp, but it has nothing to do with your original hair loss. Hair loss cannot be stopped by hair transplant. So beware of the advertisements, beware of the websites claiming unlimited number, very cheap rates, and the doctors who are claiming to do latest technology. Believe me, the hair transplant is not the procedure, it's a surgical operation and it requires anesthesia. You may have heard that local anesthesia also can cause reaction. So be in safe hand, be in the doctor's hand who are trained, and get a good result. Follow the all advice given by the doctor and you'll get good result for sure if you have checked the degrees and doctor's experience. So before starting of anything, you should be having a plan. So if you are planning for a hair transplant, see and check your doctor before getting the hair transplant. Meet the doctor personally. In various chains of hair transplant, you just go there and you don't know who is operating on you. Don't allow anybody to touch your body before you are knowing who is operating. So best of luck, and check what are the points which I have informed in this video for the betterment of all hair transplant candidates. Thanks for watching the video. In case of any query, you can visit our website, that is www.surathairandcosmetic.com, www.elegancehairtransplant.in. You can personally visit our clinic. You can contact us on the given phone numbers, and you can subscribe us for further cosmetic procedure information on our YouTube channel, Cosmetic Procedures Video. Thanks again.